All right, moving on to the greatest tennis player of all time. I think so, but some may not agree. Serena Williams has just learned that she will not be seeded in the upcoming French Open. This would be her first major competition since giving birth back in September. But it has a lot of people talking. Are mothers treated unfairly by the sport?
I just want to say she's ranked, I think, obviously unseeded in this, but 453.
Yep.
So if Michael Jordan left,
she was first when she left maternity.
Right, she was number one.
Right. She was pregnant. She won pregnant.
So when Michael Jordan left the sport when his father passed away and came back, if there had been a draft that year, do you think he would go 453? No, absolutely not. He would go number one, which is crazy why Serena is not ranked. I get losing a couple seeds because you were out for a year and you don't have your game, but not if you're the best in the world.
Do you agree with that, Erica?
That she should be or she shouldn't be.
Do you think that the WTA, the Women's Tennis Association, should re-look at this and coming into 2019, and they've already prefaced it, they've already said going into the 2019 season, we are going to re-look at the seeding when it comes to maternity. Should it be more aligned with what Jeff is saying?
I believe it should, but that would also mean that corporate America should be more aligned with what it actually should be. I mean, we are in a country where we see maternity leave as almost like a disability of some sort, and that because you have a baby, all of a sudden everything you were capable of doing before, you just oopsie, like, you know, you just aren't able to do it. And it's really silly. My husband works for a Canadian company, and there's a U.S. branch and a Canadian branch. In Canada, they get a year off, and that's maternity and paternity leave, which has to be recognized. In the U.S. division, it's just 12 weeks.
No. There's no mandated family leave here. No mandate.
Right. I'm saying for his company. Right.
So we actually work over the summer too. Yeah. We're live all summer.
That's true.
Yeah, I just want to point that out.
And I know you have
my little
violin.
You're lucky to be employed in this now, this day and age too.
Well, we were going to tell you you're hired, but now you're fired.
But I think, Erica, I think you really hit the nail on the head, because when I was, a lot of people here, because you don't have mandated family leave, you can't afford to take 3 months off, 6 months off. I couldn't.
Yes, no.
I had to get right back into work at 6 weeks, and according to my doctor, it largely contributed to my postpartum depression because of that separation.
Wow, that makes a lot of sense. I could see that. For me, I went with my first daughter. I was pregnant in it was on Dancing with the Stars, and I was at E! News at the time, full-time entertainment news job. I did take 3 months from E! News, and of course that meant forfeiting any salary. And Dancing with the Stars, for every episode I missed, because I was paid by the episode, I wasn't paid. So I went back after 3 weeks because I didn't want to miss. Well, I wouldn't, but I didn't want to miss out on what that show was able to do for me in my career. And so thankfully it was only 2 days a week that I was away from my baby, and some days she came during rehearsal anyway. But still.
So for you, it wasn't the money; it was losing that spot.
It was losing that spot. I didn't want anyone else. I mean,
so that's how Serena Williams feels.
Yes.
There should be things in place to make you feel assured that you're not going to lose that spot, that you will be guaranteed a job when you come back, that you'll be paid when you're on mandated family leave, because it's important to be there and to bond with your child, for dads and moms.
And let's be honest, it also sets up a very vulturistic society, especially when it comes female to female, because if you aren't there, they're circling.
Ding, 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 ding. Can I tell you the moment, so I announced my pregnancy on live TV on Dancing with the Stars. And I kid you not, the producers, while the live show was going on, were getting calls from agents and managers for people who wanted to pitch their clients to take over for my job while I was on maternity leave. While the show was on, the words were even out of my mouth, I am pregnant, and the phone was ringing.
Oh, hell no.
You think society would support women
I take
more
back the
for
summer
that,
comment.